Listen, things feel pretty dire right now, and I don't purport to have all the answers, but I feel like there's one thing that this modern state has left us without, and that's creativity. And that's why the world needs not only my creativity right now, but yours. I'm hoping to take the journey from being a content creator to a content creator. I'm the Gamersician. Yes, that's gamer plus musician. And today it's all about creative energy and why it's more important than ever. Whew, guys, I was in Athens a couple weeks ago. Not Athens, Georgia, Athens, Greece. And listen, if you have not had the opportunity to travel, I hope that you find the time, the resources, and everything to do it, because not only is it important to reset our minds and our spirits, but it also illuminates and opens our eyes. Now, if you're not aware, Greece is probably the oldest congruent civilization that we have in written history. When you think about a place like America, what's the oldest shit we have around here? 250, 300 years old? Athens has almost 5,000 years of history. And golly, the food was amazing. The people were incredible. I got to tell a Greek man that skyline was Greek. I showed him pictures and he basically cussed me out. But more than anything, I think what I took away from my time in Greece was just the history. When you look up at the Acropolis, the Parthenon, and you walk through the museums and you see all of the art and all of the thousands and thousands of years of creativity laid out in front of you, it's hard not to feel a little overwhelmed, guys. I felt, I don't know, small. I felt overwhelmed by just the beauty of it, but also what I feel like that means to humanity. Listen, as a YouTuber for going on almost 4 years in January, the time period I got in may have been one of the worst times. AI slop is everywhere, and I've even fallen victim to it recently. I was recently listening to these videos to go to sleep to. It's like these sleepy history channels. And not even a couple weeks ago, I saw a video talking about how these are AI generated, and a couple of them are real obvious, but the one that I really gravitated towards felt very genuine. Yes, obviously the art is AI generated, but the voice was so good. It was very, very realistic. And I'd fancy myself a pretty, I don't know, smart person, definitely a tech savvy guy. And somehow I didn't pick up on this. And it's only gonna get worse. But YouTube, of course, is a problem. So is music. Spotify, allegedly, has been cannibalizing the menial amount of money they pay artists like myself for streams by creating AI music, putting it on their own playlists, and becoming that snake that's eating its own tail. Imagine keeping people like myself and other artists that I respect that work tirelessly on making music to put out for you guys to consume, only to have a algorithm cannibalize the little bit of money that you might make. And then of course we got things like Midjourney and all these video applications. I recently read a quote that was basically like, and I'm gonna completely fuck this up. It was basically like, why is AI doing all the shit that humans love to do, and then we're stuck doing all the shit we hate to do? Why is it not doing my laundry? Why is it not doing menial tasks to free me up to make art, to draw, to paint, to create? Instead, we doom scroll Instagram seeing dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of sloppy ass AI videos just to get that pop, that dopamine hit. And listen, I'm just as guilty as anyone, and it often keeps me from doing the thing I love, which is to come down here and talk to you guys and to make music, to make videos, to create something that will outlast me. You know, when I was at the Parthenon and I'm looking around, it's crazy because these are creations that predate modern techniques, that predate cameras, that predate computers, that predate everything. And you're just blown away by the ingenuity. And listen, I'm not one of those people that is completely opposed to AI. Believe it or not, I actually think there is value to artificial intelligence. I wish we used it differently, I really do. But when capitalism is added into something, to anything, we're gonna use it in a way that allows us to cut corners, to make more money more quickly. You see all these YouTube videos on how to make artificial intelligence channels that'll make you tens of thousands of dollars a month, taking the complete heart out of creation. And because of that, because of these slop AI channels and the pace that they can put content out, I mean, they'll put out a 2-hour video every day. Once I finally saw that with these sleep channels, I was like, damn, nobody could do this, nobody, without a computer, without AI doing it for them. And because of that, artists such as myself get buried in even more YouTubery that you can't come up and find air. Luckily, I do this because I love it. I'm fortunate. I'm so fortunate, and I don't take any of this for granted. Like, if you look around my studio, I have an incredible setup. I have a day job where I work from home, where I make good money. I don't really have to worry about much. I don't have to worry about a whole lot. I have a partner that is very supportive. She gets out of my way when I'm editing, and she always looks after my mental energy. I also don't have kids. I don't have a whole lot of responsibility that keeps me from making things when I want to make things. And I know a lot of us get beat down by life. I mean, Jesus, there's so much going on in the world. Like I said, there's so much strife and conflict, whether it be, y'all, I'm not gonna drag this video down with everything that's going on because it's in that type of channel, but you know what it is. And I feel like so many of us get into that 9-to-5 grind, and that's it. That's it. We put our creativity on the back burner, hoping to come back to it and to eventually put it together. But why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? I think it's easier to consume, of course, than it is to put yourself out there. And because of that, I feel like it's even more critical. When I was a musician more actively, when I was rapping a lot, doing a lot of shows, I was one of those charismatic types, I would say. I was good on stage, good at commanding a crowd. And I remember when I started YouTube, I was like, oh, this shit's gonna be easy because I'm used to looking at you and talking to you. This shouldn't be much more different than making music and performing. Well, I remember these older videos of mine. I actually went back, I'm working on a video with a friend, and I showed him some of my first videos, and it's pitiful, man. But in that process of iterating and learning to do it better each and every time, I feel more confident just doing this. I couldn't have done this exact thing probably even a year ago, definitely not 2 years ago, sitting here just freestyling off the cuff. And hopefully I'm explaining myself well. And when you guys watch this, you hear my passion for creating and for creativity. I couldn't have done this. All this comes from me practicing and from working on this ability. When we set aside our creative endeavors and just accept the daily grind, sometimes you look up and you're like, damn, I forget how to do this. I was just having a chat with a really good friend of mine who's incredibly talented. I won't name her name, but she's such an incredible singer and has so much to give. And I just know that the day-to-day drags her down because her job is really tough. And then you get home and you're like, oh, it's time to create, but you're too tired. And then the next day you're too tired, or you have another endeavor and you gotta have friends, you gotta do all that. And next thing you know, it's been months and you haven't done anything creative for yourself. And then it gets harder and harder to get into that. as a YouTuber that has the luxury of being able to just do this for fun and passionately, it still isn't easy to not become obsessed with putting things out on a regular schedule and all that. And that is where the content creation side becomes so overwhelming. I'm putting out my next album in a week. My birthday is in about a week and a half, and my album comes out the day before. So if you wanna say happy birthday, go check out my Bandcamp. I'll put the link up here somewhere on the screen, and then I'll also put it down in the description. New 17-track album. I wish I had come up in the days where it was simple as just putting music together and having a team help you push it, but musicians gotta also be content creators. They gotta also be PR. They also gotta write, all types of shit and pitch to Spotify and pitch here and do this. It's not as simple as just making stuff, but I think there's still so much value in just making stuff. You don't even have to put it out. You don't even have to show it to others. But I think what the world is missing is connection. This is why I'm trying this type of video right now, because I want to look y'all in the eye and connect and not worry about the editing and not worry about, everything else that goes into a typical TheGamersician video. This is just me, raw, talking to you guys, trying to encourage people to step out of their shells, to stop being only their job, to stop only being their kids. Now, I can't talk from experience, but you are more than your children, regardless of how important they are to you, because they should be probably the most important thing in your life. But you also want them to see that you are a complete 360-degree full person. So I say all that to challenge you to stop thinking about your life in such mundane way. Not that we want our lives to be boring or to be just actions, but it's so easy to look up and be like, damn, I wish I had started writing that book. I wish I had started a YouTube channel. I wish I had done this or done that. But at some point in time, you're not really gonna have that option anymore. It's never too late to start, but it's also eventually gonna be too late to do the things that you wanna do fully. How's that quote go? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is to plant a tree today. So I'm talking to you guys because I'm hoping that this video can help you plant a tree. Go plant that tree. Go start something that makes you feel fulfilled, that gives you a sense of community. Because once you put it out there and you reach out, that's the thing that's missing, man. We're so isolated. We're so insulated. We're so much on islands that it's scary to even think about putting something out like that. But the whole reason I started this channel was to begin a community, was to begin a dialogue and to begin taking my love of gaming and gaming music and bringing a special slant that can only come from me. And I hope that creativity starts to flow out of you that same way. And this is my promise as a content creator now, because fuck content. Fuck just putting stuff out to say that you did it, right? Like that's cool. And that's great for AI slop channels and for people that only care about making money on YouTube. If that's you, do your thing, bro. But for me, I'm gonna make y'all a promise. You'll only get videos and things from me that I care about. That doesn't have to mean that I'm hyper passionate about every single game and everything I cover, but you'll only get it from me when it's done, when I feel like it is a reflection of the quality that I'm capable of. I also promise you guys to never use artificial intelligence in my script writing. I love to use it for other things that are boring as hell. I'd love if it could rough cut all my videos for me. DaVinci Resolve is getting kind of close to that, but for the important things, the things that come from my voice, the fun edits, the music, that's gonna always be me. And really, I'm just gonna make sure that when I put something out, that it is for the community that I'm building, for the people that have been here since day one. Speaking of day one, like I said, make sure to check out my Bandcamp, because this album that I'm putting together, this was over 1.5 years of the channel's life. And this project is very important to me because I brought together a bunch of friends. It's called Better with Friends. And they've helped me build out an album that I feel incredibly proud of. 17 tracks, shit ain't easy. So if you want to support the channel, that's a great way. If you join as a member at any level, you will get a copy of the album for free on September 26th when it releases. We're also gonna do a birthday live stream where I live stream the album. We'll play some games, hang out. So definitely looking forward to seeing you guys for that. But again, to wrap this all up, go be creative, man. Go put something together that you can be proud of. You can post it on the internet or you can keep it by your heart, but just do something that brings you joy. And if it brings you enough joy, and if you feel like you're good enough at it and you want people to see that journey, go ahead and put it out, because I would love, love, love to be a part of that. And if you have a channel, if you have pieces of art you do or music or anything, please post them in the comments below. I'm not gonna count it as spam. Go ahead and post it so that I know what you do and I can go support you and show love, and others can build a community around what you do as well. I got a lot of content coming. Like I said, the album's right around the corner. I'm also playing Lunar Silver Star Story right now. So once I get done with that, expect a nostalgia. I got a bunch of other shit coming up. And usually around here at The Gamersician, we do cover video games, video game music. This is kind of different type of content for me. So if you enjoy those things as well, maybe check out the rest of the channel, like, subscribe if you're into it. And if you're not, then go ahead and bounce, because this ain't that type of channel. We do it to be content, like I said. So once again, thank y'all so much for listening. Go create something, be great, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.